this is an issue you would likely face at the beginning of your term, a vote on raising the debt ceiling, which allows the Treasury Department to honor financial commitments already made by Congress and the president. Ms. Leavitt, you've said you will not vote to raise the debt ceiling. How then should Congress deal with the U.S. defaulting on its debt, with some economists saying that the result could be a disaster for the U.S. financial system?
Well, what we can do is pass a balanced budget, and we can slash spending. The federal government is spending billions and billions of dollars every single year on useless priorities, foreign aid. Last year, millions of dollars for gender studies in Pakistan. The people of the 1st District of New Hampshire deserve better. We deserve a representative who is telling us where our tax dollars are going every single day to the feds. And so I will support a balanced budget act. And the only way we will get that passed is if we change the direction of this country, change the leadership in Washington, D.C., and don't continue to dole out billions and trillions of dollars for useless priorities like we've seen over the past 2 years with $5.5 trillion in new spending.
And Congressman, will you vote to raise the ceiling? And if so, what's your plan to handle the national debt?
Well, I think what we just heard is a totally reckless position, because not only would it jeopardize our own economic health here in the United States, it could lead to a global depression. That's what economists have told us. Now, the debt ceiling issue is separate from spending. The debt ceiling is essentially paying the credit card bill after you've already purchased items on your credit card. So we have to get back to fiscal responsibility. We've lowered the deficit by 2/3 from the end of the last administration. I want to go further to make sure that we're cutting the debt and deficit. Unfortunately, my opponent also has a reckless plan to shut down the government. Republicans are talking about forcing cuts to Social Security and Medicare, extending tax cuts for the wealthy, and shutting down the government in sort of this political effort to stall things in Washington. That's just wrong. We need bipartisan conversations about how to lower the debt and deficit, and we should be focused on that effort in the next Congress, but we shouldn't be holding our economy or the full faith and credit of the United States hostage.
Ms. Leavitt, 30 seconds.
Our economy is hostage right now. The people of this district are hostage right now because of the economic policies that you've supported over the past 2 years. You voted in the summer for the Inflation Reduction Act. It was $750 million new spending. And the Democrats, and you can call it anything you want, Congressman, but $750 billion more dollars is not going to lower inflation. And so you could say you want to bring fiscally conservative policies to D.C., but you've done anything but that. And the people of this district are paying for it right now. That's why we need to change the direction on Tuesday.
Respectfully, when you pay for legislation, as we did by going after billion-dollar corporations that are paying zero in taxes to finance energy improvements for the United States, to lower the cost of prescription drugs for seniors, then that's a good bill. And as I said, this will lower the deficit by $1.9 trillion over the next 20 years. Now, when she was working in the Trump White House, she supported all $8 trillion worth of deficit spending. In fact, in October of 2020, she was attacking Democrats for not spending more on stimulus. So her tune has changed now that she's a candidate for office. We need leaders who come out of the small business world, who understand the private sector, who are going to put the fiscal health of this country first without jeopardizing critical programs.
15 seconds.
Yes, I do come out of the small business world here in New Hampshire as well, and I know that small businesses across this state, their profit margins are minimizing every single day because of the reckless spending that you have supported. This administration has green-lighted more spending than any administration in American history, and that's why we are facing an economic recession right now.